Hey, everybody out there, it's Steve from Integrity and my good friend, John Harden.
Hey there, Steve.
Hey, John, how are you, man?
I'm living my best life, man. Excited to be
Cool.
here.
Cool. So I met John a couple months ago, and John is in the same business category, I guess I'd say. He's out there trying to help people save on their SaaS or software as a service apps and really get control and hone in on it. And I think, we've had some conversations that it's, really an untapped type market. No one's really looking at it. It's kind of the wild, wild west like technology was in 79 when I started. Nobody knew what the heck was going to happen. So maybe give us a little bit of background. I think you had mentioned to me before that you have been the founder of a few companies. So I know you're young. God bless you, but you're no spring chicken to starting up entrepreneurial companies.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been on the early stages of multiple companies. Been on the early stages of a managed service provider company that was under some amazing leadership. Grew really quick with them. I've been at the early stages as a lead engineer on a unified communication application that we sold in the managed service space. So I've been all around SaaS and managed service providers my whole life.
Cool, cool. And your company is SaaSleo.com, right?
Yeah, so just launched Saslio back in March. March 19th is the day one
Day
event.
before my birthday.
Yeah,
Awesome.
well, Steve, we did it for you, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. So tell everybody what SaaSleo really is and what problem do you guys solve?
Yeah, Saslio is on a mission to help managed service providers help control their clients' SaaS. It's kind of crazy. You mentioned it's like the Wild West, but it really is. In the industry, 8 out of 10 applications out in the market are adopted outside of the IT purview. Shadow IT is running rampant, and nobody's operationalizing or managing SaaS. And so it would be great if there was a leader or a person that they already leaned on that could help them do that, right, Steve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And SaaS, just for the audience, for those of you that aren't in the tech world, basically software as a service, HubSpot, Google, LastPass, I don't know, pick any application of your flavor and liking that you don't own. It's not in your premise. It's used on the web and it's stored in the cloud, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The thing about SaaS is it just runs rampant. You mentioned a few of them, but the average small business, 1 to 100 employees, has 102 SaaS apps in their
Wow.
ecosystem.
It's
Um,
insane. Yeah, you definitely got to get a handle on that stuff, or run rampant is probably an understatement.
yeah, and that's the big thing is SaaS isn't bad, but having SaaS run rampant and having marketing leaders and sales leaders making technology decisions
Right.
without the forethought of an IT leader might bring to a table, or a CIO, or a managed service provider consultant might bring to the table, that's what's dangerous.
Yeah, I think unfortunately a lot of people look to solve a need and they don't think about the bigger picture and the vision or the company culture and goals further down. So they're just ad hoc adding apps and oh, that looks like a cool app. We'll just add that in, and before you know it, you got 102 different apps you're trying to navigate through. And God forbid if somebody leaves and you got to try and remove them from all these different apps that you're not even sure what they're using,
Yeah,
right?
it's just as easy to get sassed in today's world as it is to go grab a bagel from the coffee shop. I mean, you literally just go swipe your card, and now, and this is the first time I think in a very long time in technology. Now you can go swipe your card, introduce security risks in your environment,
Yep.
introduce cost and loss in your environment,
Yeah.
and introduce operational inefficiencies. It's kind of crazy, but that's why it's so important that somebody comes in and helps wrangle it, right? And that's
Yeah.
why we want to help managed service providers and consultants like yourself do that.
Cool. Well, I've seen a demo. I'll tell you all right now, I had to have John come talk to everybody because I think it's an amazing product. It's an amazing platform and totally an untapped Wild Wild West market that really we got to get a handle on. So, how do they reach out to you? How do they get a demo? How do they contact you, John?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. John.harden at saslio.com. Just reach out to us on our website, saslio, SAASLIO.com. But honestly, if you're a friend of Steve and you're working with Steve, let's get with Steve and collaborate. We all want to work together to solve these problems. We're just here to solve problems. Make sure you're not wasting technology or wasting money.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you and thank you very much for joining us today. Everybody out there, reach out to John Harden at sasleo.com.
Thanks, Steve, for having me. Have a great one.
Thanks, John. Be well, my friend.